Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Jack Show. I am Dr. Jack Beals, chiropractor in Omaha, Nebraska.
Hello, everybody. I'm Aaliyah, Dr. Jack's assistant.
And together we make up the Ask Dr. Jack Show 2.0. So, what is our question today?
Okay, so May is Scoliosis Awareness Month, and so I thought we could talk a little bit about that. What it is, who it affects, how it happens. I don't know.
Okay.
I actually didn't know anything about scoliosis until this month.
All right, so this is great because it really does affect a lot more people than what you think about. You've probably been screened when you were in grade school where you had to take your shirt off and then you bend over and then stand upright. And it's one of those things where it can be very debilitating as you get older. So let's talk about what scoliosis is, okay? So scoliosis is when you have some curves in the spine that aren't supposed to be there. Now, when you look at a spine sideways, you're supposed to have curves, like in the neck and then in the mid-back and then in the low back. You're supposed to have those three. But when you look straight on, the spine is supposed to be perfectly straight. A scoliosis happens when the spine looks like this from front to back. All right, that's a scoliotic curve. Now, basically, when this starts happening is, generally speaking, right around puberty age, and that's why grade school time is a great time to kind of screen for it. And so here's what happens, is that the way bone works is that when you have pressure on a bone, it's going to grow. So what can possibly happen is pressure can be created on part of the body of one of these vertebrae. And so what happens is it starts to grow a little bit on that side. And as that grows on that side, it puts more pressure, so these guys all grow. And then because of that force, now these guys have to grow to make the curve go back. And that's why you get that S curve that's in there, is because of the growth patterns. There's a lot of reasons why part of that spine can start having pressure on it. And one of them is because of the effects of mental emotional stress. And there again is a great reason why we can have some amazing results in slowing down or even eliminating a scoliotic curve if we catch it early enough. Now, the way scoliosis works is that as soon as your growth plates stop growing, really the scoliosis doesn't get any worse. And where scoliosis becomes a problem is because when you have a scoliotic curve, the amount of area in the back between here and here starts to become less. And so it starts crunching in your organs and they don't have enough room to work properly, and so that can be a really big issue. And that's why, so there's certain degrees that these curves make up, and it gets all fancy, and you don't need to know all that stuff. But it's these degrees that tell when they want to do something surgically from it. Now think about your surgical options. What they will do is they will sometimes literally cut open the back and put a bar all the way down the back, which, if you want to have any life when you get older, you're not going to be able to have very much of a life if you've got this rod up your spine restricting how much you can bend forwards, backwards, sideways. Not only that, but just think about the trauma that the body endures when they do that much. So it's pretty exasperating. And so if you do know somebody that is just in the beginning stages or even maybe in the intermediate stages of scoliosis, send them into the office for a quick exam and let's just see if we can pick up on something that might help us reverse it. I remember when I was in school, they would put some of these kids in these braces, where they would be up like this and there was a little thing here, and these poor kids had to sit with this brace all day long like this. And quite frankly, they just haven't found that it does that much good when you do that. The results aren't that great. So anyway.
So would chiropractic care from the beginning of a child's life be something that would help to avoid scoliosis?
It can and can't be. A lot of times, a lot of it depends on the type of chiropractic care that the patient's getting, the type of things that are happening in their life. There's all different types of starts of scoliosis. And so, obviously, the more care you get, the less likely you are to get under get a scoliotic curve. But there are so many things that can cause it, you just never know. So, but once you do start to see the beginning of it, that's when, hey, let's buckle down, let's figure out what's causing this, and let's get it out of there so that this curve doesn't get worse and worse and worse.
So early intervention is important.
Very important, yes. All right, that's it for this week, you guys. Hey, listen, share this with your friends. Like it so that more people get to see it. Do all of those things right now. Before you forget, just push the like button.
That's right. And comment below if you have experience with scoliosis or know somebody with scoliosis. Tag them in this video, and we would love to help some people out.
That's right. Have a great day, and
stay healthy.